today we have one of these trainees who performed in the top 10, Cheyvanni Liburd, owner of Crowned by Chey. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Thank
How are
you.
you?
I'm fine.
Alrighty, so we're gonna get right into the meat of things. Is there anything in particular that motivated you to register for this?
Basically, I just wanted to push my business. I saw it as an opportunity to learn a bit more about entrepreneurship. As I am self-taught, I didn't never go to school. I'm fully self-taught. I'm almost 10 years in this business, to be honest.
Okay.
And I just wanted a boost, basically.
Okay. So a bit more recognition.
Yes.
Okay, good stuff.
All right, so you launched your business, you just said, before you were able to benefit from any sort of training.
Yes.
So what do you think you got out of the training?
Okay, so I went in not knowing much of the things that I came out with. Okay. We learned about the fine details about running a successful business. Marketing, branding, accounting, hygiene and health practices, ways to improve your business that I basically didn't know.
Okay.
Some things I went in, I knew. I came out learning way more, and I'm happy for that, actually. Yes.
All right, so I want to get a sense of it, because obviously you've learned more of it. Do you think that it would have been, you'd have been more successful than you are if you had benefit of that training years in advance? Because you've been in this for 10 years, correct?
Yes, definitely.
So what is it that your customers now can look forward to, or even those who work with you? I assume you have a team as well.
Actually, I'm a single entity.
Really?
I am currently training my little sister to come into the business with me because she's very interested, and so far it's going very good. I can confidently say if I have to step out and I can't do something, my sister would take over.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. I just want to get a sense of you saving time, benefiting from this training, doing everything that you do in the business, services-wise. So what services do you provide?
I can braid, I do wigs. I specialize in wigs, honestly. Installations, coloring, customizations, getting wigs for people, making wigs for people, everything wigs, basically. Everything wigs, everything.
Okay, I wish that one of our biggest fans had the benefit of your wigs a little earlier in the day. Our viewers, I think, know what we mean. Yeah, obviously you came on a little too late, but just in time for us.
It's never too late.
A wig needs fixing. So the training lasted 3 weeks. Can you tell us what are some of the elements that was included in the workshop?
We had a practical sessions. We had multiple lecturers. I won't call them lecturers. We had multiple featured guests to speak about. We had people that already own businesses, people from gender affairs, banks. Let's see, people that, what do I say? People to motivate us. We had people to help us with speaking, because, you know, customer service is something very important. You have to learn to speak to people properly. Sometimes some things aren't, some clients might say something and you don't want to come off too harsh. So there was somebody to help us with that, speaking to people properly, our attitude in our daily business. So it was a handful, basically. It was a handful of things. I would encourage anyone who wants this boost to
sign up.
Sign up. It's definitely worth it. I'm so happy I went in.
That part about customer service resonated with me, because I've had the pleasure, let's say the discomfort, of dealing with people in business places who, for whatever reason, have a bad attitude. They don't necessarily say anything, but their eyes kind of dart.
We can always in it. Trust me.
Sometimes as well, you have to deal with, I imagine, rude customers, and so it's like that scenario, right? Where you learn. So you've learned to breathe.
Deep breath.
What did they teach you in respect of that?
Okay. As to rude customers, find a polite way to answer. So, for example, if you come and say, me personally, I do not like when people try to tell me my job. If you come to me, you're supposed to trust me. Yes, you can have your input as what you like and what's not. But then if you're going to come and say, well, Chey, this ain't supposed to be up here. I am the one on your head. If I put it down here, it is obviously because it's not supposed to be in your hairline. Do you want to lose your hair? I don't think so. Because wigs, I personally put wigs in front of the hairline. I believe in healthy hair, even on the wigs.
Good stuff. I like that.
Because after you take off the wig, then
no hair in the front that you balling.
Exactly.
And say, you should take out my hair. We ain't going back.
Thank you. I don't want that. I do not want that.
Okay, so they need to trust that you know what you're doing and you're saving the hair.
Answer them though. Is that what you tell them? You tell them. What do you say in that situation?
I calmly say, well, darling, this is, I try to explain. If you want it there, this is what is going to happen.
Okay.
Because I don't want that to happen, this is where I'm putting it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Prevention is better than cure.
I love
You
that.
got that.
I love that.
Yeah.
That beats the.
Yes, and you bring it with a smile.
Yeah.
Oh, you learn. You learn.
She got it. She got it. So you trained with 36 other females.
Yes.
Did you garner anything from them? Did you learn from?
Okay, so it was people, well, other females in different beauty aspects, hair, nails, everything beauty basically, and I could say we all learn from each other. We all learn from each other.
So anything in specific you learned from the others?
Some people have better interpersonal skills than I do, I'm being honest.
Okay.
And hearing them speak about their experiences just gave me a better insight on what I can do to make myself better as a business owner.
Okay.
I could say for Kenesia Jack, of now named Altewa,
Okay.
she motivates me in some sense. She is so confident about her business. And I also have other beauty sisters. I have Arnella, I have Khadija Wana. Like, these people also have businesses that I like how they deal with their customers. I love it. I personally love it. And I could relate and put things that they have said in class towards my own business.
Do you think that you inspired them as well?
I think so. I do have a story, so I really think so.
You do have a story.
Yes.
You were saying that you were inspired, well, you were an inspiration to some of these women and that you had a story. I'm going to invite you now to share that.
Yes, okay, so when I began doing hair, I was only 17 years old. Yes, I was in college and everybody had hairstyles. I didn't have them because my mother is who did my hair. She didn't know to do the trending hairstyles, so I had to go in and do it myself. I practiced. My friends would ask, Chey, who did your hair? And I would say, me. Some would not believe me because, I mean, nobody could say, I wasn't into hair. That wasn't my thing. Finally, somebody gave me a chance, one of my friends actually, and when she got back to school the day, it was like, who did your hair? And when they said Chey, they believed her then. They believed her then. I started doing it more and more often, and after a while, I found a love in doing hair. I actually stopped college, I'm being honest. I stopped college, I took a leap and I got a space in town at Sakura, and from there my business basically skyrocketed. I used to do braiding, but now I can't do braiding because, well, the measles I can't. I don't do it as often because I suffer from carpal tunnel. That's an issue with my...
Sorry to hear about that.
Yes, and so I went into wigs because it was then trending back in 2017. It was then trending. When I started, I mean, the wigs weren't looking like what I was seeing on the internet. But I did not give up. I tried and I tried again. Fast forward to about 2019, 2020, I saw a big difference from 2017. I actually have a picture that I sent. 2021, 2022, I can manfully say that I have reached where I wanted to be.
Yes, sir.
But my personal mantra is there's only better to get. So no matter if you're already there or you see if you've reached the point where you feel like you're the best, there's always up from there. Don't ever settle. Do not ever settle. Go for it, reach for the stars. you can always be better than you are. That's about it. Like, it's just to keep going. Don't ever give up.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Absolutely right. I'm glad that you persevered.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's next for Crown by Chey?
Well, I recently started building my own shop. That's all the way in there, man. I moved out of town
Okay.
due to COVID, and rent was
Going up. Okay.
yes, and I didn't want to be a part of that anymore. When I first moved back home, I was like, are my clients going to come that far? Because it's way deep in the country, and they surprised me. They kept coming, more came by the day, by the month. It just got better.
Okay.
So I decided to build my shop. I would like to soon start one-on-one classes for women who would like to put on their own wigs, maintenance of wigs, the basics about wigs, basically. And also I have a product line, and I'd like to add more products to my product line. I have wig adhesives, wax sticks, bonnets, wig bands, all of these things that people can have to keep their wigs together when they're already installed. That's about, and I would like to travel more to do here. I've been to Nevis, but I want to be further.
That's good. That's good. I realize you are not afraid to take leaps of faith.
No, I'm not.
I realize you left college. You probably didn't know how it's gonna work out, but you
Not at
decided to
all,
go.
yes.
So I want to ask: do you have a vision board?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good stuff.
I do.
Good
I
stuff.
do. I do.
And one more question I would like to ask: in 2020, were the ladies still coming to you to do wigs during the pandemic, or was
To be
it
honest,
cut off?
it wasn't cut right off, but those days that we had our breaks, they were coming.
Wow.
You know, we had the shopping days before they got shop. Come, we can do that here. Me and mine, everybody's inside. I was like, why do you even want your hair done? But they just wanted it done. I mean, I personally was doing my own hair because I still felt stale. Even though we were inside, nobody was seeing us, I still wanted to feel extra beautiful.
Okay, good stuff.
I'm happy they were coming, and they kept coming. Even every chance they got, they came.
Okay, so
It was, my business wasn't on halt, but it was slow.
okay,
But I had faith, and it picked back up in no time.
and your faith
Yes.
shows. It
Well, I really have
shows.
to ask you now about that tagline of yours, because I suspect that's one of the reasons they kept coming to you. Can you tell our viewers what your tagline is?
All women are queens. Queens wear crowns, don't they?
Yes.
Let me adjust that crown, basically. Your wig is your crown. Let me fix it. Let me put it in the shape. I am that person. I am the person to fix your crown. Hence the name Crown by Chey. Crown by Chey. All women
It
are
all works
queens.
together. It all works together, indeed.
So can you tell us some of the types of wigs that you do, and if you care to explain it? Like I see you have a custom U part. I think it's a U part.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with wigs, so can you tell us what you do and
so
explain that one for me?
I have frontal wigs. Frontals is basically a lace piece that goes from ear to ear. Go right around the front part.
As you said, to protect them.
It also has closure. So people who aren't versed in the frontals, closure is an easier way. It's just a section, basically at the center, the side. Like, you don't have much lace to deal with.
Okay.
It's easier for people who's always on the go.
Okay.
It's easier to haul on and haul off, basically. Figuratively saying.
I love it.
You're in the morning, you're ready to go, snap it on, you get home from work,
Snap it off.
That's what I would call it, the haul on, haul off. Typical guy, right?
Yes, he also has 360 frontals that people would most like. If you don't like hair down on you, you have the lace right around the perimeter of your head, and you're catched up in one, and you're good to go. And they also had U-part wigs, probably for someone like you. If you don't want to wear natural, he has textures in here that like yours. So it's just a clip in, you leave out a bit of your own hair to blend in with the wig, and that's a U-part wig.
That's a U-part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have different textures, curly, straight, wavy. So
Do you have a K part? K for Hortensia. I'm just kidding.
unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Might be custom. This is your opportunity.
Just imagine a K part.
I know, right? It's not gonna work, right? I know. He's literally sending me down the road looking crazy. Thank God he's not the one doing the wigs, right? Chey?
I know.
Thank God it's your job.
I know.
That's
It's
why
my
you're
job,
here
not
doing what
yours.
you're doing.
Right.
Exactly. Oh, this is so fascinating talking to you about this and your endeavors and the fact that you participated in that training.
Yes.
And if you were doing it before and you were doing such a good job that your customers followed you after this training, I can imagine that business is going to skyrocket even more for you.
I really hope things get way better.
She's smiling at the thought of it. I love it. I love it.
How do people contact you though? Because that's the one thing that we didn't ask you.
Okay, so I have my social media at Crown by Chey on Instagram.
Look right into that camera.
My cell phone number 663-3400. I also have Facebook, Crown by Chey as well on Facebook. So that's 3 places you can also call. You could also WhatsApp.